What should happen to the Elgin marbles in the future? The Elgin marbles are at the center of a fascinating debate that touches on history, art, and cultural identity. These remarkable sculptures were originally part of the Parthenon in Athens, Greece. They were taken by Lord Elgin in the early 19th century and have been housed in the British Museum in London for over 200 years. Greece has long argued for their return, stating that these pieces are vital to their heritage. They believe that the marbles belong in Athens, where they can be appreciated alongside the remaining artifacts of the Parthenon. The Greek government sees the marbles as a key part of their national identity and cultural history. On the other hand, the British Museum claims legal ownership of the marbles. They argue that Lord Elgin had permission from the Ottoman authorities, who controlled Greece at the time, to remove the sculptures. The museum also highlights its role in preserving the marbles and making them accessible to a global audience. They believe that having the marbles in London allows for a broader appreciation of ancient Greek art within European history. Recently, there has been a shift in discussions between the British Museum and the Greek government. They are engaging in what they call constructive negotiations. One proposal on the table is a long-term loan of the marbles to Greece. However, Greek officials have made it clear that they prefer a permanent return, viewing the original removal as questionable. Legally, the British Museum faces challenges. Current United Kingdom law restricts the permanent removal of items from its collection. There are ongoing discussions in Parliament about possibly changing this law to allow for an indefinite loan or even a return of the marbles. Such a change would be unprecedented and could influence the status of other cultural artifacts in European museums. Critics of returning the marbles argue that they have become part of a shared European heritage. They believe that keeping the marbles in London allows for a wider international appreciation of ancient Greek art. They also question whether reuniting the marbles in Athens would restore their original context, especially since many pieces are missing or damaged. Supporters of the return emphasize the importance of cultural restitution. They argue that returning the marbles would correct historical imbalances and acknowledge Greece's role as the birthplace of these artifacts. Modern Greece has the facilities, like the Acropolis Museum, to care for and display the marbles properly. In practical terms, a resolution might involve a compromise. A long-term loan arrangement could respect the British Museum's legal framework while addressing Greece's cultural claims. This could include rotating exhibitions or shared custodianship agreements, allowing the marbles to be displayed in both countries over time. The future of the Elgin marbles is a complex issue that involves legal, historical, and cultural factors. The ongoing negotiations reflected changing attitudes towards cultural property in Europe and highlight the need for solutions that respect the rich history of these iconic sculptures.